What's up, Central? CJ Blakely here with Charger Connection. Today I'm here with Coach King.
Good to be here.
I'm going to ask him some questions today. All right, Coach King. First question. What is your favorite childhood cartoon?
Childhood cartoon. First thing that pops to my head, there was a TV show called Beast Wars. It was a Transformers kind of knockoff where they were animals like gorillas and cheetahs, and they would morph into robot stuff.
Crazy.
Beast Wars. It's worth a Google.
All right, so Coach King, tell me, who or what is the bane of your existence?
The bane of my existence. Well, Mr. Asp gets a complimentary nod. But more than that, I think it's people who make a joke about something or someone that's insulting, but they're kidding, and then that person gets offended, and then now they're mad at you for being mad at them. I think that's my biggest pet peeve.
I feel like if you said the first thing, the second thing applies to it. I feel like Coach Asp said a lot of things about you.
Yeah, well then that would be the opposite, because then I would be mad at him for joking, and then now he's mad at me for him being the jerk that he is.
All right. Controversial topic there.
That and the people who don't use their turn signals when they drive. You're the worst.
Ooh, we do live in a place. I feel like here, don't go on a Texan highway.
No.
If you want to see turn signals used correctly.
That's right.
It's bad.
Use your turn signal. And then your horn's not a violent thing. It doesn't mean you have to yell at someone because you got honked at because you're not paying attention.
I think we should give people nicer horns. Yeah, I think that'd be nice. All right. Who is the most famous person you have ever met?
Ooh, the most famous person I've ever met. Two. I'm going to go two here. I'm going to go two-parter. Because for me, the most famous person I've ever met, I was fortunate enough I got to play. I have a friend who works at a prestigious golf course in the area, and I got to play a round of golf with George Bush Jr., the president, after his presidency. He is a great golfer, a great political leader, and incredibly inappropriate, which I loved. So it's very nerve-wracking to joke with the president, but he was a really good guy. But also, I'm going to throw in there, I met him, he came to our 8th grade dance. We met Vanilla Ice. He came, he had a cousin who went to my middle school. He bought Vanilla Ice, dropped off the kid, stayed, danced to Vanilla Ice's his own song.
That's funny.
Which was great. So,
dancing to your own song?
Yeah, I think you could tell like you really didn't want to do that, but he was already committed.
See,
you could not do it.
He was there, he had to.
Yeah, so it was great. Vanilla Ice. And George Bush Jr. That's like the best. If you love Noam Chomsky, you'll love President Bush and Vanilla Ice.
All right.
Mr. Asp was the only person in the whole school that would get that reference.
All right, Coach King. Next question. What is the most impactful thing you've ever done for a student?
Ooh, the most impactful thing. I got an opportunity a long time ago, maybe my first or second year teaching, to help a family relocate after Hurricane Katrina. In college, it wasn't my student personally. I have a brother-in-law who's also in teaching, and he was down in the Houston area when Katrina hit, and there was a lot of families that were displaced and moved into the city, and so they helped build a new home for a couple families in the area. So I got to be a part of helping build a new home for a student.
Wow, that is really impactful.
It is.
All right, this one is going to be a very important one to you.
Okay.
What is a TikTok?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Witchcraft? Something that keeps students occupied instead of learning things. As we're doing this video, 4 people in the room are on TikTok right now. It's music videos that you dance to, but I'm not quite sure. Could be Snapchat, which I'm also not a part of, so I have no idea what that is. So all of the references that I would compare it to, I also don't know what TikTok is.
I don't care what anyone else says. That's the correct answer.
Correct.
If you were a student in your class, what do you think you dislike most about it?
I'd hope nothing. It's not rocket science.
Well, you know, everyone's going to not like something about a class.
I'm a big proponent of making sure you're doing something. So if you're not doing something, you might hate that Coach King gets on you. for just sitting there doing nothing.
Guess so. All right. So,
What is your spirit animal, and why?
Spirit animal.
Yes.
Does it have to be real?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, well, it's going to be real because it's a ridiculous concept.
Okay.
I would say I'm always Coach King's. Just fun fact about Coach King, he's mortally afraid of horses. I know that sounds weird. I don't have a horse story. I wasn't attacked by a child as a horse, but like most people that don't like snakes or spiders, they weren't attacked by one as a kid. They just have an irrational fear. So I'm very uneasy around large animals. My sister grew up around horses. That's kind of my connection with the horse world. But I would say my favorite animal would be the giraffe. I know that's kind of counterproductive, but it's so big, it seems fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a unique animal. It just feels like it doesn't fit in Africa. Of all the wildlife that's fast and aggressive and elusive and built for survival, the giraffe just kind of hangs out, and it's just so tall it kind of skipped the evolutionary chart. So
Yeah, it's great.
yeah.
I love me a good giraffe. Look up a picture of two giraffes fighting. It is the most wholesome thing you've ever seen.
Okay, that sounds
Even though they're
awful.
beating each other,
Yeah.
it's so
Probably
like,
not gonna Google that. But
I mean,
I'd take your word for it.
they can only use their necks, so they're just neck fighting.
They got a lot of neck.
And it's funny, and nothing happens. They can't kill each other. It's just like
that's the concept.
a light beating. I
A
don't
light
know.
beating.
That's all it is. Anyways,
all right, Coach King. What's the insecurity that holds you back most?
Ooh, it's a good question. I think being content or not challenging yourself as an adult. I think a lot of times as you grow up and you have a career, you don't challenge yourself to go to the next level of your job or even your career field. Maybe you need to make a change. I think people get comfortable where they're at and they don't really think about what they could have that's better or more or next. And so I think that's probably my biggest issue is do I take the next step, go to the next level, or reevaluate where you're at? I think people do that more.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that's a pretty big problem just for a lot of people, not just some. Definitely something that people should work on more, challenging themselves and things like that. Next question. What is your dream job? Like, if you weren't teaching, what would your dream job be?
I think I had a little experience early on, but I think a wildlife photographer. It'd be just seemed like a great. You're always out in the wilderness. You get to hang around really cool animals, documenting for good causes, for conservation and habitat protection. But just being on location's a fun shoot. I think it's a very hard job. I was fortunate enough to do a couple, and you have to like hard work, and you have to not mind bugs, and just being out in the wilderness and the elements. But I really feel like that would be a cool thing.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Sounds like I mean, depending on the like habitat area, like if you're in the jungle, that could be like a little more on the dangerous end. But it still sounds like it would be fun.
Correct.
All right. Most important question. You guys know what's coming up here. Coach King, what is the best sandwich?
Ooh, the best sandwich. I'm gonna say anything with avocado, fresh avocado. So I'm gonna say a Chipotle chicken, melted pepper jack cheese, toasted with avocado, and I'm gonna say Texas toast. Right?
Ooh.
Ciabatta or anything like that.
Ooh, Texas
too
toast.
famous, but on Texas toast.
We've never had anyone specify what bread before.
That's where it's at.
We've had one person specify bread before, but that was a Jimmy John's order.
Yeah, Texas toast all the way.
That's Charger Connection. We'll see you guys next time.